Waging war on corruption. Alex Jones on the GCN Radio Network. Big Brother, mainstream media, government cover-ups. You want answers? Well, so does he. He's Alex Jones on the GCN Radio Network. And now, live from Austin, Texas, Alex Jones.
I haven't even told you yet, folks. We're going to air the interview I taped a few Sundays ago because he wanted to launch it with an article with retired Marine Corps Colonel Pete Martino in full in the fourth hour today. But I'm going to air an excerpt coming up in the next segment. This is breaking news. Marine Corps Colonel warns of government plan to wage war on the American people. The video is up on Infowars.com and PrisonPlanet.com. And the article is titled, I See Something, Marine Colonel Warns of Takeover. And the name of the video, if you click on the article, deals with the fact that he's warning that the government is preparing for war against the American people. It's titled, Retired Marine Colonel, DHS Preparing for War with Americans. That needs to go viral right now. We're going to air excerpts of the never-before-heard interview here on the radio that just went live up on Infowars.com coming up. And we're going to retweet it out on Real Alex Jones. Listen, it's easy to sit up here and play Monday morning quarterback. I appreciate the folks convoying across the country. Most of the militia are great people. It's a constitutional movement. I saw the militia out at the Bundy Ranch. Those were legitimate people, the ones I saw on television. But notice there was a crazy in there, the clown guy, who everybody kicked out. All I'm saying is Biggs likes the militia he's been talking to and thinks they're legit. I just know from doing this so long that I could say 6 months before, Atari militia's been infiltrated and taken over by watching their videos. And then it turned out of thousands of militia groups, they were infiltrated. And I tried to get Atari charges dropped. They were. The Fed-run militias, not all of them, but the Fed-run ones, said, Alex, you're a traitor. You scum saying they're Feds. They were good, Atari, wanting to wage war. Well, those were Feds, too, saying that. And, I mean, of course they've got infiltrators. You know how many times I've been at a restaurant or been on vacation or been at a hotel or been anywhere or been at a book signing or video signing, and people come up and say, hey, I got a car full of weapons, let's kill Feds. And I'll say, you're a Fed, and I'll start videotaping them, and they'll run out. I mean, no exaggeration, 30, 40 times. I've had Marine Corps colonels, speak of the devil, in plain clothes come and get on elevators with me in front of my crew and go, Jones, you want to attack the State Department with me? And I'm like, you're a Fed. And then later they walk up to me when I'm walking down the street and go, I'm just waiting for you to make one wrong move, Jones. So that's what I'm saying is I've dealt with this so long is that they'll try to psyop these situations. I had a Fed once jump out when I was covering a military operation, Joe. We'll come back from breaking your take on this. And Mike Hansen was a witness to it and start setting fires. Going, Alex, I'm glad you want to set fires in the woods by this military base. And I'm stomping on it, and the guy keeps setting them. And I literally had to push him down on the ground. I said, you may think you're tough, dude. I'm about to kick your ass really bad if you try to set me up. And then they had dune buggies show up with military laughing at me. So I'm telling you, Joe, this is a whole new war you're in. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I understand.
I mean, I know you guys dealt with guys you were training that wanted to blow you up in Afghanistan. I'm just saying this is even more sickening. Not as dangerous, but just as sickening.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I see it all the time being here. I mean, it's crazy to see how people try to weasel their way in and then just use everything they can against you to, you know, just take your name and just smash it.
Exactly. They'll just want to meet with you to claim you told them something horrible or to edit what you said to make you sound bad.
Yeah.
And then we track these people back. They're Feds. They're federal informants or they're Feds. Or we deal with CIA, FBI, ATF, just the whole 9 yards, man. Whole 9 yards. And it's just, you start getting, I guess you call it paranoid. It's just you also learn the signs. Like Hal Turner used to say, I needed to be killed and kill this judge, do this and that. He never got in trouble. I said, that guy's an FBI operative. Came out in federal court. He was FBI national security asset under the White House. And what they do to him when he got busted? They sent him to prison. They burned him. Stay there. I want to get your take on this.
City of Austin tap water versus filtered City of Austin tap water.
I can taste dirt in it.
God knows what's in this.
These people just sampled City of Austin tap water straight from the faucet. Next, we had them try a sample of tap water filtered with the ProPure G2.0 filtration system.
That one is better.
Tastes like nothing.
Yep, I know what good water tastes like. It's good water.
Most tap water contains added substances like fluoride, chlorine, glyphosate, and many others. Studies prove that these substances are linked to an assortment of major health issues, including tooth decay, lowered IQ, and even cancer.
It tastes like you're drinking out of the lake when you're drinking tap water.
The ProPure G2.0 filtration system removes these deadly substances, leaving only fresh-tasting, deliciously clean water.
Okay, this is very tasty.
It's good water. Refreshing.
It's good.
Go to InfoWarsStore.com today. Use promo code WATER and save 10% off your ProPure purchase. Or call 1-888-253-3139.
I've always believed in nutrition and herbs. Super Male Vitality was developed to activate your body's own natural processes instead of using synthetic chemicals. Sourced from powerful organic herbs, harvested around the planet, and then concentrated for maximum potency.
I just received my Male Vitality about 3 days ago, and I must say, that was good stuff.
After consulting top doctors, nutritionists, pharmacists, and others, we have developed what I believe is the ultimate non-GMO organic Super Male Vitality formula. Super Male Vitality by InfoWars Life is so powerful that I only take half the recommended dose.
I jump out of bed ready to fight these criminals every day. I look forward to waking up and taking my Super Male Vitality and getting the day started.
It's not just the Super Male Vitality. All the products at InfoWarsLife.com are simply amazing. Visit InfoWarsLife.com today to secure your Super Male Vitality and other powerful products from InfoWars Life. I began to get into iodine a few years ago because it was helping me and my family so much get healthy and detoxify. Most people know that iodine deficiency has been a crisis around the world. Iodine is key to so many of the body's functions, especially the thyroid. I discovered a product being developed by Dr. Group. You now know it as Survival Shield True Nascent Iodine that your body can really absorb. Then, about a year ago, he said, listen, if you think this is powerful, I'm going to come out with rare earth, deep earth crystals. And the results that I personally have had have been life-changing. Nobody else has got iodine based on these pure crystals, ladies and gentlemen. This is innovating, and the best part is it helps fund Infowars.com, the radio show, the TV show, the whole media operation promoting true libertarian ideas. For a limited time, experience the ancient power of Survival Shield X2. Take advantage of this unprecedented 30% off Super Detox Special at InfoWarsLife.com.
He's the T-Rex of political talk. Alex Jones on the GCN Radio Network.
You know, when I was about 8, 9 years old and Mexico wasn't 1/10 as violent as it is now, I remember my dad rented a Volkswagen with my mom and I. We flew into Cancun, snorkeled in a few days. They went diving. And then we would drive down into the countryside into the Yucatan Peninsula deeper and go visit things on the inland, but also on the coast. I'll never forget how angry I was by a textbook corrupt cop, potbelly, gold teeth, whole 9 yards. Just like you can have the textbook hillbilly cop in East Texas robbing people, you know, that drive through the town. Potbelly, gold teeth, same deal. Potbellied, gold teeth, demanding money off my dad or threatening to take us to jail for no reason. And then the last time I was in Mexico 4 years ago, the bus driver, they knew to ask for tips after they'd also given us tours of some pyramids. And then the bus driver's gotten part of those tips, maybe $100 off the big, huge bus full of, you know, however many people. And the Mexican military pulled up with machine guns, stopped him, took him off, took his money. And he'd been doing tours all day. This was at like 5 o'clock. The tours were like 3 hours long. We were probably his third tour. And they took his money, and the guy was crying driving back. So, see, it's not a hatred of Mexicans themselves. It's a hatred of third world countries and the corrupt governments. I hate the Chinese communists. I hate the North Korean criminals. I hate Hitler. I hate Stalin. I hate Mao. I hate oppressors that do this type of thing, and I don't want to be like that. And I get so angry to hear about Mexican cartels shooting at the Border Patrol, and they're told to run now. They can't have bullets. That's in the news. They won't give them bullets. The government's training to take on the American people. And to hear about cartels 50 miles from the border stalking the hotel of the convoy, bringing attention to the border, and then everyone basically fleeing from it, it makes me want to throw up. And I was talking to Joe Biggs here, retired staff sergeant. You know, he's not bragging, but his exploits have been written about in Esquire and other publications. You know, you've taken on a lot of people, including in hand-to-hand, and, you know, successfully. That's why I can't go to these type of things, because I'm not a tough guy, but I am primitive, and I would just flip out. If people are coming at me with guns, I mean, it's not a good deal. And I mean, what would you have done if you were in that hotel and there was Mexican cartel across the street pointing guns at you, and the cops aren't going to help you because American police are trained to do one thing: give old ladies tickets and take kids for CPS so CPS can gang rape them. I mean, basically, that's about what our police do these days. A lot of them, not all of them, but a lot of them in big cities. I mean, what would you have done if you were there last night? Because you were almost part of that convoy.
Get the women out of there as soon as possible, and then go out and set up a recon and check out what's going on to see if someone's out there. But that's just me, you know, from the training I've...
And what would you have done if there were foreign drug cartel people with guns?
Well, I mean, obviously I don't have guns, but I would start trying to, you know, get a hold of police or something like that, send out some reports and give them some kind of intel as the amount of people we could see, what they're carrying, so they have an updated intel report on that situation. I mean, that's the only way that you could actually get anything done. I mean, if I don't have a gun, there's nothing I can do with 10, 15 armed men.
Well, if this country keeps groveling to these cartels, we're done. We already bend over to the TSA and every other thug. I'm just sick of all of them. I'm sick of it.
Yeah, they try to bull everybody around. I mean, anybody who's bringing anything to the anti-amnesty side of it, the people, they don't want the illegals coming in illegally, you know, that stops their human smuggling operation. They don't like that. And it's crazy that they're coming into our country and they're pushing people around to do that. And, you know, the Border Patrol's backing down. The police are just kind of like, I don't want anything to do with it.
Oh, I mean, it's like the police won't mess with real motorcycle gangs on record in Texas. And it's the exact same thing. I mean, I don't care if it's a motorcycle gang that struts around in front of your family saying, get out of their way. I mean, I'm not saying I'm a tough guy, but I'm like, listen, you ready to go right now? I'm done. I'm not giving money to Mexican police. I'm not bending over to cartels. I'm not bending over to motorcycle gangs. I'm not bending over to thug cops. I'm not bending over to the TSA. None of them. I'm done with all of them. I mean, can't we find our American spirit again? A nation of people that bend over, folks, get gang raped. Stop acting like cowards.
Exactly.
So I salute the folks in the convoy and the good militia that's involved with them. I'm sure they're good. I'm just saying, from what I've been with, you know, what I've seen, what I've witnessed, and the groups I've been around and been with, I have just seen so much stuff that it's just... Look at how Homeland Security said again this week. #1 threats: gun owners, veterans, Tea Party. They don't use HUMET and intelligence officers against the drug cartels and the real stuff. They're messing with us, brother, because they know we want freedom.
Exactly. They know we've had enough of it. We have the training. We're tired of being pushed around.
You have the training, brother.
Yeah.
And I want you to... It's your idea. You want to go to the convoy?
Yeah.
All right. Via con Dios, be safe. Joe Biggs, get down there, get us a report by tonight or tomorrow. Thank you.
Oop.
Thanks a lot. Anything else?
Negative.
All right, great job. And again, folks, I'm not up here trying to be macho and stuff. Everybody knows what I do to the TSA, police, the standoffs I was in years ago, all of it. It's just that I can't be pushed anymore. And I know you can't be pushed anymore, and I personally have had enough. I'll tell you who else can't be pushed anymore. I See Something is the headline, and the subheadline is Marine Colonel Warns of Takeover. He says, go get your horned hat and take back the ship. And that is award-winning, he's one, I guess, Bronze Star or whatever it is, Patriot, Colonel Pete Martino, U.S. Marine Corps Colonel, retired, who last year spoke out about the whole New World Order system and the prepositioning of weapons. We're going to air the entire 45-minute interview in Overdrive today in the 4th hour. The full video interview is now up on Infowars.com. We just sent the video out on Twitter at Real Alex Jones again. It's called I See Something.